Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Well, today we're checking out a brokerage listing with my good friend Reed Hawkins from Huckins Yachts, and this time we're stepping on board a 1999 Carver 406 Aft Cabin Motor Yacht. At the time of shooting this video, this one was up for sale for only $110,000 in line in Jacksonville, Florida, and this has got the rare twin diesels. A lot of these boats have been coming with gas engines, but this has got twin Cummins diesels on board. I've got several Carvers on the channel now, and they always strike me as being impressive boats if you're into liveaboard cruising, or if you want to use this as a permanent home. This one measures in at just over 42 feet in length. She's got a beam of just under 14 feet and a draft of just over 3 feet. And this is basically like buying a 2-bedroom condo, but you just happen to get a free boat included. Boarding's easy to do. There's an extended bathing platform. There's brackets on that platform that you can hook up a tender to. We've also got storage back here. You can use this for all sorts of ideas, including putting ropes and fenders in here. This has got cleaning material in here. If you're into fishing or diving, you could use it for that as well. And there's actually a cushion that goes on top of this. So if you want, you can sit back out here, again, especially if you're into fishing. On the port side, that's where you're going to have all your shore power connections. And then it's really easy to get up onto the main cockpit with these steps, and there's a solid handhold on this side. And as I get to the top, you'll notice that there is a door back here, and that way you can close it off. Ideal if you're going to have pets or a young family on board. And then when you get into the cockpit, this one has got hardtop, and then it's also got this little drink station where you get your ice box. And then there's a sink over top. So that way you can keep the drinks and refreshments coming through for your friends and family as you cruise. And speaking of cruising, this one's only got one helm position, so you're going to be cruising from the Flybridge. And I really like the fact that the Flybridge is spacious for your friends and family to be with you. You get your full engine instrumentation, and you got all the canopy enclosure which you can keep up or you can remove in sections or remove completely. And in 2020 they upgraded the electronics. Not all the electronics are seen here, some of it's been removed for safekeeping. But you do have a Garmin 10-inch multifunction display, and that's even got the Garmin reverse view backup camera. So when you're at the helm, you get perfect visibility over the bow, but it's going to be easy to control the stern. You can control the windlass from here. You've also got access to your generators, controls, and then there's a stand-up. You get full headroom underneath this bimini top. Great views for cruising and for your close quarter manoeuvring. Now there's storage underneath the seats, but there's also seating in front of the helm, and there's storage there as well, storage along the side. And again, it's just back to if you're looking for extended cruising or liveaboard use, they really have utilised every possible space they can. Even got drinks holders, but these days that also doubles up as places to put your cell phone, handheld devices, things like that. And then moving back into the cockpit, you can see here they've got storage just now, but they've got cockpit table and chairs. You can lay these out and you can enjoy being cruising or being at anchor. And then making your way around, there's a glass door because you can close this off. Again, ideal if you're going to have young family or kids on board. But you can walk your way out. And in this boat, there's not as much of a wide passage as you would expect to find, but there is solid handholds. And the advantage of that is, and you'll see in a few minutes when we go inside, is just how wide that accommodation is. Still easy enough to make your way up to the bow, especially with the cleats being on the outside. I've got the solid handhold above the windows. I've got the solid guardrails on the outside. And then you can see there's an area on the bow that you can really lay out there, relax in the sun. You got your fender baskets up there. These are always great because it keeps the fenders out the way when you're cruising. You don't have to worry about the storage the same. You get remote spotlight, and then you've got the anchor and the electric windlass. And as I showed you, you can operate that windlass from the helm. Pan the camera around. This one's got a pretty timeless design. I mean, it's over 25 years old, and she does great for appearance. But as well as having a windlass in here, it's also got a deck wash too. So you can hose off that anchor chain as you bring it up, but it's also a good way of just washing off the deck in general. Now I mentioned the main feature of this boat is a lower accommodation. And this one does not disappoint. Look how much natural light you have, look how much space you have. And this is a boat that's roughly 40 feet in length. If you wanted to have a permanent liveaboard, you are not going to find this one to be claustrophobic or cramped or anything like that. Lots of storage lockers, drawers and cabinets. That sofa converts out and it can be a double berth if you need it to be. Fully air conditioned. There's 2 reverse cycle air conditioning units on board. And you get your TV and entertainment on the other side. And the engines are located underneath this section. I'll show you the engines at the end of the video. But it also means it's really easy to access and service and maintain. Plenty of light in here. Most of the windows and portholes, they're also opening. So if you want fresh air circling through, you can do that as well. Like at the dining area, you can see we've got the 2 opening portholes to the side. Very comfortable seating, storage drawers underneath again. I mean, I guess you get what, 4, 5, 6 adults around here. You can see those air conditioned vents as well as the courtesy lighting on the steps. And there are blinds in place that you can drop down as well. So if you prefer that privacy or darkness, we can do that too. More locker space. And then opposite is where you're going to find the galley. And for spending an extended period of time on board, I like the fact that this one's got such a big fridge and freezer. There's also a Kohler generator. It's only got around 540 hours on the clock. So it doesn't matter if you're running offshore power, if you're at anchor or if you're cruising, we can always keep everything powered up. Good countertop space, 3-burner electric stovetop. More portholes. And then all these doors have got magnets in place, so that way nothing's going to open while you're cruising. You get the convection microwave oven overhead too. And for additional power in 2021, they actually installed solar panels as well. So that way we help keep everything topped up. And that way you don't need to worry about how much electric you're using. This is a day head or guest head. And then here you get a toilet, the sink. And you've actually got the shower too, because that faucet head is basically a shower. And there's a bracket on the side wall. You can pull this out. And you can hook up. You can also see the air conditioning vent behind it. That's probably a good time to point out this one's got 64-gallon freshwater capacity, 70-gallon holding tank capacity, and 342-gallon fuel capacity. On the bows, where you're going to find the guest cabin, it's got a double berth underneath, and there's a single berth up top, which would be ideal for like kids, but you can also use it for storage. You get your opening hatch overhead, and that white panel in the front is also where you can access the anchor locker too. Again, you got your different cabinets, lockers and drawers in here, including underneath the bed. And then you've got near full height storage too. And right now they've got life jackets and different safety apparatus in here. As I make my way through, this one has got the owner's aft cabin. And if I was going to buy a 40-foot boat to live on, this is something I'd really look for. So if you go down this passageway, again it's fully air conditioned, plenty of headroom. And then once you get in here, you get this large island berth, so you can easily access it from either side. You can see all those different portholes through the blinds. And then there's space here that you could put a TV, you could put a computer or laptop, something like that, lay in bed, watch TV if you wanted to. Or you can use it as extra storage. This one's got speakers mounted in next to the head of the bed. And then you got your locker space. There's extra drawers and shelves built into this one too. And remember, this one's only $110,000. It's tremendous value for money. And being that this is the owner's cabin, this one's fully en suite. So if you go in here, you'll see you've got your toilet, plenty of countertop space, space for your toiletries and personal belongings. And then you've got the separate shower. And that shower's got the ledge where you can sit down if you prefer, or you can stand up and use the shower. You've got a little shelf in there, and again there's more portholes for ventilation. In the passageway itself, there's more storage lockers available. hanging locker space, and there is a light in here too. And everything's got that magnetic closure. And then in here you've got your stereo. This has got the CD changer, but this way it connects to all the speakers throughout, including at the owner's cabin. Now, I mentioned before that the engines are located underneath the main saloon, and what you're going to find here is a pair of Cummins 6BTA. They're 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel engines, 375 horsepower each, and they've got around 700 hours on the clock. That's all. But you look at the amount of sound insulation that we have here. You can see between the engines we've got that Kohler generator. As I said, it's around 540 hours. Easy access to all your fuel and water separators. You get your diesel engines, and these engines will give you a cruising speed somewhere around 20 knots, and it's going to top out in the mid to high 20s. But you can lift up all the different panels on the floor. I've just lifted up this one section just so you get a glimpse of what's in here. But if you are doing your servicing and maintenance, there's plenty of room for doing that. It's a very dry bilge, and I'm sure this one will pass any engine inspection, sea trial and survey without any major issues to report. I'm going to include a link to the Yacht World listing in the description. I'd like to thank Reed once again for the opportunity to come on board and check this one out. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. You can go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll look forward to catch you on the next one. Thanks everyone.